Good day, everyone. Welcome to Real Conservative Headline News. I'm your host, Nathaniel Rajkumar. Starting off locally here in Trinidad and Tobago, the opposition, PNM, has called on Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar to address the country on returning from the Shield of the Americas Summit in Florida and give details of any new arrangements entered into by her government. Because remember, all they're studying is sovereignty. The Akash media as well, when you care about sovereignty. As though we could defend ourselves if Venezuela attempts to invade us or any other rogue nation attempts to invade us. You think the regiment could defend us? In a statement yesterday, former Foreign Affairs Minister Dr. Amory Brown said it was hoped that soon after the Prime Minister's return, she would finally convene a media conference to provide some insight into the value of her trip and details of the new arrangements that she has entered into on behalf of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Why you all weren't trying to pressure Rowley to tell you all where he went and what he was doing or what arrangements he made? Huh? My response, Trinidad and Tobago will now be recognized by the entire world as being a close ally of the United States of America. Our national security will significantly improve and foreign investment will begin to increase, probably people even at an exponential rate. You are free to continue negative concepts about our colonial past along with the rest of tribal leaders in the Caribbean and see where it gets you, PNM and the Akash media. This is why so many countries remain in third world status, because of that type of concept and perception. Don't go anywhere. More local, regional, and international news up next. Quick action by relatives and neighbors helped save a San Francisco home from being destroyed by fire on Friday. But two brothers who live there are now appealing for help to repair their home, and I hope that the government does help them. The blaze broke out just after 5 p.m. at a house on Pluck Road, San Francisco, Pinal, where brothers Balkaran Mangru 40 and Ricardo 30 live. Mangru said fire had engulfed the entire room and the heat also caused the wall by the kitchen to crack and destroy the electrical wiring in the house. He said he acted quickly and alerted the other neighbors. He said, I just moved fast, brisk. I moved so fast, I gave them fellas the hose, about 3 or 4 of them, and they calmed down the volume of the fire there. By the time firefighters arrived about 20 to 25 minutes later, he said they had contained the blaze. If it is they had to wait on the fire service, most likely the entire home would have been consumed. That is what you call being your brother's keeper. Thanks to the neighbors for assisting these guys. The city of Lauderhill has proclaimed March 8, 2026 as the Honorable Kamla Persad-Bissessar Senior Council MP, Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago Day. This was officially announced by Denise Grant, Mayor of the city of Lauderhill, along with the Vice Mayor Richard Campbell, Commissioners Sarai Martin, Melissa P. Dunn, and John T. Hodgson. People, I'm telling you, the decision that Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar made by aligning herself with the Trump administration and America instead of speaking about sovereignty and colonialism and focusing on promoting and encouraging and sympathizing communists. This was one of the best decisions our Prime Minister has ever made. I keep saying it over and over again. It is going to improve our national security. And definitely it's going to encourage foreign investment. Minister of Culture and Community Development, Michelle Benjamin, is appealing to women to take care of themselves. The minister was speaking at an International Women's Day walk on Sunday morning. And one of the main ways you can help to take care of yourself is ensure that if you're in a relationship that's abusive, do not stay. And a matter of fact, if it is you meet someone, number one, take time to you don't have the old time songs, take time to know her. Well, take time to know him as well, ma'am. Because a lot of the times, guys will give the impression as though they're such loving, wonderful, compassionate men. Even though a lot of the times what attracts women are the bad boys. And the bad boys, a lot of the times, even though they pretend as though they care in the beginning, they end up being very abusive later on. But if you are in an abusive relationship and you have children and whatsoever, and you're telling yourself, oh, no, I'm going to stay for the sake of the kids. A lot of the times, that is what ends up causing many of these women to lose their lives. And people will say, well, you don't understand the situation here. I know. I know a lot of times it's hard to leave, and it's very difficult. If it is, you have to go back to your relatives' home, your parents' home, or whatsoever. But for the sake of your own life and your own safety, you need to leave. And the problem is, a lot of the times when you leave, the guys will give you the impression as, I will change, and please forgive me and give me another chance. And it's when you start to sympathize with these fellas, a lot of the times, they're just asking to meet with you plenty of times, and then you end up being harmed or losing your life. And I'm sure Michelle Benjamin was talking about probably just physically whatsoever, but I believe she probably meant emotionally as well, and also like what I've been discussing here.
Happy International Women's Day to all the women in Trinidad and Tobago. The message from myself and my ministry is, of course, to stay healthy. The theme is gift again, and we give to society. We are the backbones of our homes, but sometimes we forget ourselves. So I want to tell every woman outside there to take care of yourself, gift again, but remember yourself as well.
Deputy Police Commissioner Suzette Martin also extended International Women's Day greetings.
I want to thank the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, also all our sister law enforcement agency with us here today, including the licensing division, and I hope that you have a wonderful day, and we continue to lead, to inspire and to encourage women in Trinidad and Tobago that leadership is possible.
The walk was hosted by the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service in collaboration with the Ministry of Culture and Community Development. Nicole Duki, TTT News.
Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar Senior Council is calling for decisive action to protect the rights and safety of women and girls as the world marks International Women's Day 2026. Basically what I was speaking about just now there. In the International Women's Day message, the Prime Minister acknowledged the progress made in Trinidad and Tobago, noting that women now have equal legal access to education, professional advancement, and participation in public life. However, she warned that significant threats remain, pointing to criminal networks involved in narcotics trafficking, human trafficking, and organized gang violence that often prey on vulnerable women and girls. Mrs. Persad-Bissessar also stressed that in societies where democratic governance and human rights are upheld, women are better empowered to learn, lead, and live without fear. Pushing and encouraging democracy. I love it. Western civilization values. She added that Trinidad and Tobago continues to stand with international partners in supporting democracy. Thank you, Madam Prime Minister. Noting that advancing democratic values also strengthens justice and opportunity for women everywhere. Now, having said that and having read that, I would like the time to come when the laws will be put in place where in cases of like domestic violence, not even the woman can say, you know what, I'm not pressing charges. It's a criminal act that has taken place. It's violence that had taken place. Just like how you will charge someone for committing a violent act on the outside. Women, no one, whether man or woman, no one should be able to say, I'm not pressing charges. A crime was committed and therefore the offender should be prosecuted and imprisoned. Regional news now. The security climate in the region has improved in recent weeks following major political developments in neighboring Venezuela. This is the position of President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, who was at the time speaking during an interview with Fox News on Saturday. On the sidelines of the Shield of the Americas Summit held in Doral, Miami, Florida, the head of state spoke about several geopolitical issues affecting the Caribbean and Latin American regions, including the developments in Venezuela, governance in Cuba, and the fight against drug trafficking organizations. Guyana, which shares a border with Venezuela, particularly after the recent capture of Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro. President Ali said that Guyana had previously experienced tensions linked to the Maduro administration in Venezuela. However, the situation has improved significantly following Maduro's capture. Yes, because it's Maduro that has been attempting to annex the entire Essequibo region in Guyana. The environmental regulator has approved a 171-unit complex at Trafalgar Road in New Kingston, Jamaica, granting Ripton International Capital Holders Limited planning permission that would make the development among the largest Kingston residential projects in recent history. Hope they build those homes strong to be able to withstand the force of a hurricane. The National Environment and Planning Agency Board issued permits in February authorizing construction at 8 Trafalgar Road, St. Andrew. I'm happy to see progress taking place in Jamaica. The Ministry of People Empowerment and Elder Affairs in Barbados is continuing to push for greater awareness of gender-based violence. Speaking during a service to commemorate International Women's Day on Sunday, Minister Adrian Ford referred to a recent survey by the Inter-American Development Bank, IDB, which he said showed the need for continued public discussion and action on violence against women and vulnerable groups, telling you need to amend the laws, whether it's in Guyana, Barbados, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago. Make it in a way where the men, as long as there's evidence to prove that they committed acts of violence in their home, no one should be able to say, I'm dropping charges. Prosecute them. Let them spend a good 10 to 20 years in prison. International news. Mujtaba Kamini, the son of slain Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, has been named Iran's new supreme leader. Over the years, Mujtaba was seen constantly with his father and regarded as an influential figure behind the scenes. He has been sanctioned by the US since 2019 for representing his father in an official capacity, despite never being elected or appointed to a government position. I wait patiently for an update on this news report from Israel and the United States of America. Now for the interesting facts segment, researchers in China has just revealed a groundbreaking stem cell treatment that can reverse both type 1 and type 2 diabetes. Now stem cell, I believe, is something natural, basically. I think this is something that could really benefit people, even my family and so forth. Instead of just managing the disease with daily shots and finger pricks, this technology actually restores your body's natural ability to produce insulin by regenerating healthy cells in the pancreas, some things thought to be impossible in the past. People, yes, we are in the end times, but we have to be thankful for certain advancement in technology, and even if it's coming out from China. In clinical trials, patients who were tethered to insulin for years are now living needle-free with perfectly stable blood sugar levels. We aren't just talking about a better pill or a smarter pump. We are talking about a functional cure that fixes the root cause of the problem. This is a massive shift from treatment to restoration, cure. People, if this is really successful, let's just hope it becomes mainstream throughout the entire world. And my friends and families all here in Trinidad and Tobago can get this treatment and be cured of that degenerative disease.
Welcome to Real Conservative Headline News Travel Adventure. Athens is a vibrant blend of ancient grandeur and modern urban grit, serving as the historical cradle of Western civilization, while many travelers use it as a brief stopover before heading to the Greek islands. The city offers a rich tapestry of neoclassical architecture, creative street, artist street, art, and world-classes TRINIDAD rewards a multi-day. Top attractions, Parthenon, the city's crown jewel. This ancient citadel sits on a limestone crag overlooking Athens. It is home to the iconic Parthenon, a 5th century BC temple dedicated to the goddess Athena, Acropolis Museum, a modern facility housing artifacts from the Acropolis. Its unique glass floors allow visitors to view an active archaeological excavation beneath the building.
Folks, that brings us to the end of today's headline news. Thanks again to everyone who continues to support my content. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay blessed and stay safe, most of all. In Jesus' name,